It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
Nick Stoeberl currently holds the Guinness World Record for world's longest tongue.
Oh, Nick Stoeberl will have Stoeberls of tongue.
That'd be a good tuba song, Pat. You roll out the barrel. You got that?
Nick Stoeberl.
Yeah.
Get another clamming.
Close. That last note was a little bit off.
Oh, stop it. He's doing it on the fly, you big jerk. Stoeberl has started using his tongue as a paintbrush.
Oh,
Gross.
Like you would.
He's a freak.
You know,
How
isn't there a move called the paintbrush?
Christy wants to know how long it is.
That's it.
All the way up and
Well, that's
down.
the alphabet.
You ever heard of the paintbrush, Tom? No, that's a move.
Go bottom to top.
You got to give him the paintbrush.
How long is it?
They like
Are you painting the front of the house or the
I
back
said
of the
3.97 inches.
Are you painting the front of the house or the back of the house with that move?
Well,
Kids like painting the back.
it depends, Tom. When two people love each other very much.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want to paint around the corner where the fudge is made. If you know what I'm saying.
Okay, for those of you,
nerve-endings
of
back
course everyone's following along with front of the house and back of the house, but you need to even make it
Right.
plain. Stoeberl has started using his tongue as a paintbrush, making portraits and artworks by dipping his tongue in acrylic paint.
I hope it's lead paint.
And then onto a canvas. Mr. Stoeberl has done numerous tongue paintings, including one of talk show host Steve Harvey. Oh, that's got to be beautiful.
I love Steve Harvey.
Oh, we have to see some of his artwork.
But his proudest, however, is his most recent work, a giant beaver.
What?
Really?
Are you serious?
You child.
Steve,
Really?
What?
Stoeberl inspired to become a tongue painter 2 years ago after seeing the work of a tongue painter in India.
They call him Lickasso.
They do, really?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
All right.
Are you looking at some of his work?
I was attempting to, and it sent me to some ad.
How do you spell his last name?
Stoeberl.
They call him Lickasso. Man paints beaver with world's longest tongue.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay, so he's literally licking that beaver onto the canvas.
Oh my
He
goodness.
sure is.
Now, is he doing it with? I'm not joking here, Josh. You're probably the most. Maybe you, Christy. You know more about art than anybody else in the room.
I thought you were going to say licking.
Know about that?
Oh no, but there's that style called pointillism.
Right.
You know, where it's just little dots.
Oh, sure.
Is that what he's doing?
It doesn't look, well, it kind of looks like
In other
it.
words, does he stroke with
Can't
his tongue?
find any pictures of his
Okay.
art.
Does it look like Steve Harvey, I think, is the acid test. I mean, you can say that you painted the picture of Steve Harvey.
With your tongue? Okay.
Yeah, with your tongue.
So is it? It's not pointillism, is it?
But if it ends up looking like...
What would that be called? Kunal?
No, it's not
Careful.
coup. It's not coup. It's
Kunalism?
pun. Okay? It's okay.
Yeah.
I think Josh nailed it.
Better
What is
than-
it again? What is it again?
Kunalism or Cunnilism?
Yeah. That'd be,
The area surrounding the beaver, he said, was easier to lick than the beaver itself. That's a direct quote.
Do we have a picture of that?
Well, there's lots of him licking a beaver. I mean,
No,
painting
of his
painting with his
painting.
tongue.
with his tongue. Okay. Now, don't we have?
His video is private. Well, how about that?
Oh, wait a minute. There's the phone. Could you? This will help.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
I understand you're talking about my artwork.
Yes. Oh, this must be Nick Stoeberl.
Stoeberl.
It's a Mount Stoeberl.
Yeah. You're the tongue painter apparently. Yeah.
That's right. If you like a portrait done, I could do a portrait of you.
Oh, you can do a portrait. Okay. What do you charge to paint with your tongue?
Typically about, $10,000-$11,000.
Oh, that's expensive. More than 10 grand.
Did you
Wow.
just hit the buttons on the phone with your tongue accidentally?
That's how big it is.
No. I did dial the phone with my tongue.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, you can do a lot of things.
Oh, I can do just about everything. Sometimes though I mess up, I'm like, oh, God damn it, that thing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah, mess
You
up.
know how it hurts when you hit your thumb with a hammer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Try hitting your tongue with a hammer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's got to hurt.
So
Okay.
what the fuck the hell?
Yeah, I'm looking at one of your paintings. It's actually it's quite primitive. It looks like a slice of pizza. Christy, look, here's one of the paintings.
Did you say primitive?
He did say primitive.
Might
Yeah.
want to
Primitive.
apologize.
Okay,
Oh, Who am I talking to? Are you touching Rembrandt?
No, I meant primitive. Perhaps I should say, I think naive is the delicate way to refer to art of this nature.
Naive?
It's a naive painting.
Some kind of idiot?
I can't understand what this guy's saying.
It's good, yeah.
And who said superhero movies don't help society? Authorities in Florida report a man ran nude claiming to be the Norse god Thor and attempted to perform an intimate sex act on a tree, then fought with police.
A sex act on a tree?
Sex act on a tree.
Yikes.
Melbourne police said Kenneth
where?
Crowder, 41, believed to have been high on a synthetic drug.
Where in the tree?
Right. I mean, maybe it had a knot in it.
Known as Flacca, when he was spotted running nude through a neighborhood. Witnesses told police Crowder shouted that he was a god while running nude and committed a sex act on a tree.
The old stump hump?
Police say Crowder was shocked twice with an officer's taser, but he pulled the probes out of his body and attempted to fight with the officer.
He is Thor.
Yeah, the more officers arrived and were able to subdue Crowder.
Boy.
Wow. Hardwood? Huh? This is a tree.
Oh.
If so, then his penis is Thor. That's
Say, what does his hammer look like? Thor carries a hammer, you know.
If you were going to have sex with a tree, would you want it to be a cherry tree, or do you
I wouldn't care if it was just a nice tree.
Okay.
I know a guy who went to jail because he had pictures of saplings. Really disturbing.
That's very disturbing.
Yeah.
There's a whole society out there. People who like to have.
Yeah, that's true.
They like trees.
There's a name for it. I forget what it is.
Arborists?
Audubon.
Something like that.
I think that may be just for professionals. I don't think that's it. Is this guy? After trying to have intercourse with a tree, I assume that that's where he got his nickname, because his male member is Thor, and probably bleeding.
You think he didn't hear me say it, or do you think?
Josh did that joke. 10 seconds ago.
Sorry.
It was so.
Or do you think he was so prepared to do it?
No, I know. I just thought of it. I was trying to find a picture of this guy.
Dendrophilia.
That's what it's called?
Sexual attraction to trees.
Okay.
Wow.
Really?
This person may actually have...
Cherry tree would make it even
The person may have actual sexual contact with trees.
I cannot tell a lie.
And may
F that tree.
Look at them.
Now, we had an unusual story this morning. At least as far as I'm concerned, it's unusual, but in these politically correct days, I'm sure this is perfectly acceptable. This guy was trying to have sex with a tree.
Yeah.
It turned out he was on some exotic drug.
Flacca.
Called Flacca, which sounds like a drug from Sesame Street.
Don't pick that.
Wacka, wacka, wacka. In any event, this poor
talking about
SOB.
Fozzie Bear.
Waka waka.
It's not easy getting clean.
Waka waka.
This poor idiot. He tried to assault the police. They had to tase the guy anyway. But I was not aware of this. I guess, is it a fetish? What is it?
Making love to a tree?
A peculiar focus of one's sexuality on trees. And this guy was also, by the way, he was calling himself, he told the police that his name was Thor. Did I mention that he was naked?
Yeah,
running through the neighborhood. Okay.
So not a tree hugger, more of a tree.
Yeah. Plugger, if you will.
Oh.
And as I pointed out, I don't know if you've noticed that I did a little research on this. Now I forget my research. What was it called again?
Dendrophilia?
Dendrophilia or something.
Dendrophilia?
But there's an app, of course, for those that are into this. It's called Timber. And as Pat pointed out, you chop right if you want the
like the tree. Yeah.
But we received a letter from someone who was into this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this comes to us from, we'll just call the person AVA.
Okay.
By their initials.
AVA?
Yeah.
No, that's Ava. Let's pick a different name.
I think this is...
No, it's his middle name is...
like Van or something?
Yes, okay.
Mr. How about this, Mr. A?
Mr.
Yes,
okay, we'll call him Mr. A. He writes... This guy, by the way, is a genius.
Yeah.
I know. He writes, I dated a tree once. She broke up with me, though, because the one time she fell over, I wasn't there to hear it.
Hilarious. That's very good.
That's pretty brilliant.
That is a classic reference. Thank you, Mr. AVA.
In their defense, though, have you guys seen some of these knot holes?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
They're just crying out to you.
They're very come hither.
They're inviting, aren't they?
You want it.
And sometimes they're kind of wet with sap, you know?
All right.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
just
now.
saying, they look kind of good.
There you go.
I've heard of a woodpecker, but this is ridiculous.
I've said this before. When I first watched The Wizard of Oz as a little kid, the tree thing scared me more than anything.
yeah.
Scared me more than the flying monkeys.
I agree. At one point, I think they look at Dorothy and go, how would you like it if we tore you limb from limb? Good God!
And have you seen those? There's a guy down the street here that has one of those things on his tree.
Oh, the
Yeah,
faces.
popular for a
neighbors
little
that
bit.
have that. The
Your
faces.
fake nose.
Yeah.
And,
God, I hate that.
That's no good.
Yeah.
like Mr. Potato Head things for your tree.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you can change them for the seasons. You can put little Christmas hats on them. Yeah.
Now, Pat, you promised you had another song for us.
But I
you're
have a story first.
You're going to surprise us?
I'm going to try to. This could be
Okay.
it. You never know.
Authorities in Spain detained a fishing boat carrying nearly 3 metric tons of cocaine. Police intercepted the 65-foot-long vessel approximately 300 nautical miles south of the Canary Islands after it attempted to hide among a fleet of fishing vessels.
3 tons?
3 tons, Tom. 5 crew members arrested on the ship that was smuggling the drugs in the fuel tank.
Is there a problem, officers?
This is just another one of those, what do you call it, shipment supply chain issues.
Yeah.
This is,
Nobody talks about that. We got to do without our drugs. Come on.
You can't get the parts you need for your car.
Right.
You can't get what are they running out of? All the chips for the cars.
Yeah.
This is going to be terrible for discotheques all over the Canary Islands. Didn't you say that's where they were going, the Canary Islands?
Really ruined my
Yeah,
trip to
that's-
Ibiza.
Are they still lousy with canaries in the Canary
I
Islands?
don't know. What a great! It sounds like such an inviting place.
It's
doesn't it?
not. I went to the beaches there. It's just newspaper laid all out. You see,
Pat, do you have a song?
Hey, what do people do what do people do now that have parakeets? They put their iPads down there. What do you do?
Oh, no.
Oh, look at this. The boat named the Nose Candy. That's
oh,
no wonder they pulled him over.
Probable cause.
You got a song, Pat?
So we'd like to know where you got the cocaine. We'd like to know where you got the cocaine.
Yeah.
There's coke in the boat, baby.
Coke in the boat.
We'll look the boat over. Coke in the boat, coke in the boat, maybe. Coke in the boat, coke in the boat. Yeah. We've been watching you since you began. Your boat drags a little in the aft. And your crew looks so nervous out at sea. You're carrying ketamine, coke, or ecstasy. There's powder in your fuel tank, so please explain why you're traveling with the cargo full of cocaine. So we'd like to know where you're taking the cocaine. So we'd like to know where you got it. Give us some big names. Everybody, there's coke in the boat, 3 tons maybe. Coke in the boat, hand the boat over. Coke in the boat, 3 tons maybe. Coke in the boat. Coke in the boat. Talking coke in the boat.
Talking coke in the boat.
very good.
Thank you
Wow,
very
that
much.
was a surprise.
Amazing.
I like that.
Try to
That's great.
People love that new car smell. Engineers say that for most cars and SUVs, it's a mixture of plastics, stain-resistant fabrics, and maybe some actual leather as well. It's a complex olfactory chorus of odors that elicits an emotional response. At car companies like Nissan, there are professionals who are part of whose job is to sniff carefully and ensure every new car has that unique new car smell.
I
Can you
can't stand
imagine?
chorus of odors. That's a mixed metaphor.
Olfactory
Sickening.
chorus of odors
I
is
like
how it's
that.
written.
A chorus of odors.
You don't smell a chorus, you hear a chorus. So it would be a bouquet of odors.
There you go.
Car makers employ people like Tori
I think they
Curl.
mean it's a grouping, Josh.
Well, it's not. It's a mixed metaphor.
You've got your plastic smell over here, your leather smell over here.
You wrote chorus of odors.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
I don't know what the source on this is.
Tori Curl, a materials engineer at Nissan's Technical Center in Farmington Hills, Michigan, says she oversees a team of odor experts who carefully analyze the smells of everything that goes inside of vehicles like the Nissan Pathfinder SUV and Frontier pickup.
What?
When you go get your car detailed, do they ask you what scent you want?
Yeah, I say none.
Yes,
I
I'm
say
with
new car
Josh.
smell.
I like the new car.
Oh, you
always
have
say
horses'
new car.
ass.
New car
something
smell
like
doesn't. New car smell doesn't smell like a new car.
No,
It
they
smells
can't.
good.
I think it does.
Smells like plastic.
Yeah,
No, it
it doesn't
doesn't.
match the new car.
I've heard it's harder to replicate smells than it is flavors.
Oh, did you?
So
I mean,
there.
How about that?
That's what I've said.
That's what I.
Do you want to expand on that? Do you have a source?
Nope.
This is some guy at the bus
first
station.
of all, no, I've heard that.
Well, I've heard a lot of things.
Well, share them, please.
I've heard that the Earth is flat, but then I just gave the guy $5 to
but it
go to a
kind of
different
makes
corner.
sense, doesn't it?
The Earth isn't flat; it's hollow, and that's where King Kong lives.
Okay, thank you.
It makes sense.
So, what a weird job. I'm an odor engineer. Mm-hmm. Probably analyzing everybody's farts in the building. Man, don't go near Johnson yesterday.
Oh, let's see.
Tell what people had for lunch.
Chipotle. Oh, you sprung for the guac.
You haven't put the artificial new car smell in?
I do.
Me too.
I do too.
Thank you, guys, for
I
backing
like
me
it.
up.
I like it.
They get mad at me whenever I get detailed. They go, "What smell do you want?" I go, "You got that sweet, sweet putty."
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. You know the old the old.
Load it up.
This guy's a player.
Yeah, I want a tuna boat restroom door.
There he goes.
I gotta get this out of the trash. Hang on. Remember, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Just kidding about your family.
Why don't they make that sweet?
Okay,
That's one of the choices.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.